Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh, Bahashem, Ashai, Barakadam, to you hopefully elect out there. And, it was on my spirit to do this video going into how basically, man, we got to focus on the bigger picture. All right. Focusing on the bigger picture, because when it comes to the different trials and tribulations that each and every one of us have to deal with, again, when it comes to the bigger picture, man, this shit is small. This shit don't mean nothing. Again, man, just focusing on the bigger picture. All right, because for one, being that and this is a part of the comfort. The comfort of the scriptures, man, knowing and understanding that this is the last time that we got to go through this hell anyway. So, like I said, man, when it comes to the things that we go through, man, the hell with this shit, man, the hell with this place, and I was just meditating because, the Apostle Paul, man, it's heavy because, and I'll probably give one of those examples. I'll probably go through it, but the Apostle Paul talked about how, hey, listen, man, because Apostle Paul, he had the near-death experience, right? And pretty much the Lord gave him a glimpse of the spiritual realm, right? And as much as he rather be in the spiritual realm, which, all of us, we'd rather be in the spiritual realm, so, you can't blame Apostle Paul, but he said as much as he'd rather be in the spiritual realm, he said that it was more needful for him to be here for the body. You see, and like I said, man, that's heavy, that's heavy, but like I said, I'll probably go through a few examples, but I'm going to get this here in Philippians chapter 3. I'm going to read verse 12. It says, not as though I had already attained. Matter of fact, let me just, verse 12, it says, not as though I had already attained, either were already perfect, but I follow after that, if that I may apprehend that which also I am apprehended and of Hamashiach Yahushai. Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth unto those things which are before. So, you see, matter of fact, because, when you go, I'm going to read that in the NLT. Yeah, Philippians 3:13 in the NLT says, no, dear brothers and sisters, I have not achieved it, but I focus on this one thing, forgetting the past and looking forward to what lies ahead. So you see, again, the bigger picture, looking at the bigger picture, focusing on the bigger picture. You see, again, when it comes to all the hell, the trials and tribulations that we deal with, man, the hell with this shit, man. F this place. Focus on the bigger picture. The focus on the mission at hand, man. Focus on what's to come rather than, living in the moment, so to say. Verse 14, it says, I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of the Most High and Hamashiach Yahushua. So you see, again, focus on the mark, the prize, man. Ultimately the kingdom. That's what we're seeking for. That's what we're fighting for. You see, and again, that's the bigger picture. That's that should be our main focus at hand. The main focus at hand, man. You see. So the hell with all this, the hell with everything, again, when it comes to the bills and, whatever we go through in our walk, our different trials and tribulations, again, the hell with it, focus on the mission at hand. Press toward the mark, like the Apostle Paul said, right? Get another scripture Because, it tells you in Romans, the 8th chapter, which, that's one of my favorite things to meditate on. Because, hey, again, when you go into that, man, the scriptures talk about how, listen, everything that we go through on this side, the glory that's going to be revealed unto us, man, this is this shit that we go through is going to be, it's worth it. It's worth it at the end of the day. The glory that's going to be revealed in us, man, because the scriptures talk about how, man, of course we're catching hell, and of course, when you go through hell, it doesn't feel good. But listen, in the kingdom, when we're looking back on this, man, this stuff is, the scriptures talk about a light affliction. This is but a light affliction. You see? So again, man, like I said, the glory that's going to be revealed in us, man. Hey, man, this, it may not seem like it now, but this shit's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. And quite frankly, everything that we obtain in the kingdom, all right, once we pass that finish line, everything that we obtain, we don't deserve it, because we're going to get more than our heart's desires, all right. And all we have to do is to deal this light affliction, this little season of suffering. So you see, quite frankly, everything that we're going to get, we don't deserve it at that. We don't deserve it, but again, man, nevertheless, hey, that's the bigger picture, And again, like I said, that's what we're fighting for. So focus on the bigger picture, man. Let me get this. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 4. I'll start at verse 7. It says, "But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of the Most High and not of us." So you see, hey, this truth, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. This is this for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, is a treasure, and our most valuable gift. You see, but we're in these earthen vessels, these weak bodies, man, these vile bodies, which, hey, again, when it comes down to it, and it's all said and done, and Lord's where we're getting beamed up in those chariots, right? Hey, we're going to get new bodies. You see? We're going to get new bodies anyways, man. So again, hey, all that comes with, again, focusing on the bigger picture. Focus on the mission at hand, man. The hell with this place, the hell with all this, man. Hell, we're not even leaving in the very skin that we're in right now, man. You see, we're not even leaving in these very bodies that we're in right now. We're going to get a total upgrade, man. A total upgrade. So you see, man, focus on the mission. The focus on the bigger picture. Like the Apostle Paul said, man, like I read, hey, press toward the mark, because this shit is irrelevant. All this don't mean nothing, man. This don't mean nothing. Speaking of Apostle Paul, hey, he said, I count all this dung that I would make Yahweh Shai. All this I count dung. We count dung so that we may win Yahweh Shai. We may win Yahweh Shai. Because, I always say, man, everything that Jake longs for, everything that they look for in their spirit, even 2/3, listen, man, we're going to get it on the other side. We're going to get it on the other side regardless, and then some. Scripture talk about how, man, we're going to get more blessings that we can't even imagine, man. More blessings than we can fathom. You see, blessings, man, them blessings, they're going to pour out like if you have a cup, and you just keep pouring water into it, and eventually it's just going to spill over. Well, that's how the blessings are going to be, man. The blessings, they're just going to spill over. We're going to have more than we can ever desire. So, again, the hell with this. The hell with all this, man. This stuff don't mean nothing. All this is irrelevant. Right? But it says, verse 8, We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. So you see, because again, I was just meditating on Apostle Paul, man, right? Meditating on his writings, because the Apostle Paul, he called hell. He called hell. But his mindset was more focused on the bigger picture. You see, his mind was more focused on the bigger picture. Because again, like I quoted about how, as much as he'd rather be in a spiritual realm, he knew and understood it was more needful for him to be here. All right, and I'm gonna just put this out there for those that have ears to receive. He's back again in his lot. Feeding the body, right? Feeding the sheep, man. Again, for those that have ears to hear, for those that can receive it. But you see, again, all the hell, all the trials and tribulations. Listen, man. All this is irrelevant. All this is small. All this is minute. Focus on the bigger picture. Focus on the mission at hand and press toward the mark. Yeah, man. This shit don't mean nothing, man. Yeah, it's easier said than done. Because, like I said, we're catching our hell and it hurts, but focus on the bigger picture. That's just, just through the Spirit. That's just, the point that I'm trying to emphasize is focus on the bigger picture. F this shit, man. F this shit. All this shit is about to be destroyed anyways. This society's about to collapse. All right, hey, man, we're almost out of here. We're right there at the finish line. The Lord said, hold fast to thy crown. Roughly paraphrasing. We already got the victory. We already have the crown. We just got to hold on to it. The Lord already fronted it to us. We just got to hold on to it. Because, again, it's already predestined. The elect, they already have the victory. They already have the victory. And the hopefully elect, it's just a matter of going through the motion, man. These things have to play out. So we already got the victory. We already won. We already won the fight. And like I said, we already have the crown. We just gotta, it has to be manifested. These things have to be played out. So you see, man, this is why, again, man, we just gotta, we gotta get through, we gotta push through it, man. Because again, it's about the bigger picture. The mission at hand, man. We already got the victory. And we have to have a victory type mindset, man. F this shit, man. The hell with this place. The hell with all this. All this is small, man. You see, focus on the bigger picture. You see? I'm going to read this in 2 Corinthians chapter 11. As I mentioned it. It says, are they ministers of Hamashiach? I'm sorry, 2 Corinthians 11 and 23. Start at 23. It says, are they ministers of Hamashiach? I speak as a fool. I am more. And laborers more abundant, in stripes above measure. As it said, in laborers more abundant. You see, because, the Apostle Paul, he put in that work, man. He dedicated his life, to the ministry, right? It said, in stripes above measure, right? In prisons more frequent. You see, Apostle Paul being locked up, right? Apostle Paul being locked up. It said in prisons more frequent. So Apostle Paul was getting locked up. It said in deaths oft. In deaths oft. Like I said, Apostle Paul, he had the near-death experience. You see? It said, of the Jews, 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one. Thrice was I beaten with rods. Once was I stoned. Thrice I had suffered shipwreck. three shipwrecks, man. It says, a night and a day I have been in the deep, in journeyings oft. You see again, Apostle Paul, he was all over the place. A majority of the New Testament is the Apostle Paul's writings, because the word apostle means to be sent out or sent away. That's exactly what the Apostle Paul, he was all over the place to do this work. All right, to feed and edify the body. You see, but hey, this being a man of the Lord, man, it's no easy job, man. It's no cakewalk. You see, when you study Apostle Paul, one of many examples, he caught hell. He caught hell. It says, in journeyings oft, in perils of waters, in perils of robbers, in perils by mine own countrymen, in perils by the heathen, in perils in the city, in perils in the wilderness, in perils in the sea, in perils among false brethren. So that word perils goes into danger, man. This danger, hell on all sides. But that did not stop Apostle Paul from, doing what he had to do. No, because it's about the bigger picture. All right, pressing towards that mark. All right, Apostle Paul knew this, and more and more, this is what we're, coming to understand, man. It's about the bigger picture. The hell with and like I said, it's easier said than done, but the hell with the what we got to deal with in our individual walk, man. This shit is small, like I keep saying, man. This shit don't mean nothing. This shit don't mean nothing, man. It says, in weariness and painfulness, in watchings often, in hunger and thirst, in fastings oft. So you see, the Apostle Paul, there was times he was hungry. The scriptures talk about how Apostle Paul, he knew how to be abound and he knew how to be abased, roughly paraphrasing. There was times when Apostle Paul, he had more than, when he had more, and then, when he was in need. You see? It said in fastings often, in cold and nakedness. Right? It says, beside those things that are without, that which cometh upon me daily, the care of all the churches. So you see, despite all that hell, all those perils, all right, Apostle Paul, his attitude was the body, man, feeding the sheep, the elect. You see, I'll read that again. It says, beside those things that are without, that which cometh upon me daily, the care of all the churches. So you see, that's what it's about at the end of the day, man. All right, the body, the sheep, the third temple. We are the third temple. You see, and again, it's about the bigger picture, man. The hell with what we, the hell with this place, man. The hell with all this, man. This shit is minute. It don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing, man. So focus on the bigger picture. Because again, man, hey, Lord's will, man. We're in the kingdom, man, and we're looking back at all this, and we're gonna be kicking it. We're gonna be having drinks, man. Looking back on all this, like damn, we get all this, and all we had to do was go through that little season of suffering. Call all Yahweh Shem Shai, man. These are the type of conversations we're gonna be having on the other side, man. So the F this shit, man. The hell with this, man. This ain't nothing. Focus on the bigger picture. Matter of fact, let me get this. Get this. Get this. it's just a matter of time, man, before the Lord activates these spirits out here, man. These people are getting ready to lose it. Romans chapter 8. Like Apostle Paul said, despite all that shit, man, hey, focus on the bigger picture, F this shit, man. The hell with this. This don't mean nothing. I'm read this in Romans chapter 8, verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of the Mashiach? Shall tribulation or distress or perils? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? So you see, and the answer to that is no, man. None of this, that's the problem with a lot of Jake, man. They end up leaving because, hey, coming into this truth, think it's going to be easy. No, man, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but nevertheless, when you look at it from a spiritual standpoint, and this is, Lord's will I get around to doing it, a video on it, because, our different trials and tribulations, Lord's will we're of that number, where those men, being the future kings, the future judges, all right? You see, we're kings in grooming. The Lord is grooming us up to be kings. You see, in these different trials and tribulations, it's building our character. It builds character. So you see, that's why, the scriptures talk about count it all joy when you fall into these diverse temptations, because it's not the Lord, just being a bully to, trying to punish us and just, I'm the most high power and I do what I want. And, I'm just going to put people through hell. No, that's not what it's about. The Lord is building us up. He's building our character. You see? Like I said, that's a different video. Lord's will I get around to it. But, again, hey, like Apostle Paul said, man, F this shit, man. This don't mean nothing. Press it towards the mark. Again, a lot of Jake, they end up leaving the truth because they're going back into the world because, hey, like the scriptures say, the gate to destruction is wide, but the path to the salvation is narrow. This shit hard. It hurts. It sucks. All right, but hey, it's necessary. This shit it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not supposed to be easy at that. It's not supposed to be easy, but hey, you're going to let this shit, ruin your chances of salvation? Well, to the elect, the answer is no. Nothing's going to separate us, Lord's will well that number, from doing what we got to do and focusing on the mission at hand and, having our mind stayed more so thinking about the bigger picture of things. Like I keep saying, man, this shit is small. It don't mean nothing, man. It don't mean nothing. Like I said, hey, the very skin that we're in right now, this very flesh, we're not even taking with us on the chariot. So, F this shit, man. F this shit. Let's get through this last push. Get through this last hoorah, man. And like the scriptures say, endure to the end. Because that's another thing, man. It's going to be a fight until the very end. It's going to be a fight until Yahushua comes and redeems us. But hey, man, we got to stay focused. All right? And think about the bigger picture at hand. F this shit, man. Think about the bigger picture at hand. So hopefully this is edifying and uplifting to whom this may concern. Giving all praises to Yahweh Shema Shai, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Yahweh Shema Shai brought a thumb to you, hopefully elect out there. Lord's willing, until next time, Shalom.